Delansky up high. McMahon in tow down the back straightaway.
Kinzer again sticking with the cushion in 3 and 4, keeping about 5 car lengths between himself and Joey Saldana. Saldana works the low side, now slides up in front of Casey Kane to put another lap car between himself and Steve Kinzer. McMahon losing ground now to Delansky, who pulls away on the top side down the backstretch toward turns 3 and 4.
It's Joey Saldana, Steve Kinzer, Lance Deweese, Craig Delansky, Paul McMahon, Tim Schaefer, Ed Lynch, Kenny Jacobs, Jason Sides, and Darren Pittman rounding out your top 10.
Just past the halfway point, 13 laps complete, 12 laps remaining. Saldana still leading Steve Kinzer by 0.8 of a second. They race into 3 and 4. Saldana down low, Kinzer sticking with the cushion once again. Trouble in turn number 1, a shredded right rear tire on the Verdelli Farms 28 of Brian Paulus. He coasts to a stop between 1 and 2, and the caution flag is flying.
Going green here at the cone on the front straightaway. The green flag waves. We're back underway. Joey Saldana leads them down the front chute.
Kinzer with the slide job into 1 and 2 to make quick work of the Minuteman copy and printing car number 17R. Now sets his sights on Saldana's Eagle Raceway 17, but Saldana already pulling away down the backstretch into 3 and 4.
Joey Saldana exits off the bottom side of turn 4. Steve Kinzer works the cushion down the front straightaway. Look at Jason Johnson way upstairs where Fonzie lives, off turn 4.
Tried to make the move on the high side, got up over the cushion, got crossed up, actually lost a couple of spots. Jeff Shepard continues to hold the 12th spot, now sets his sights on Kenny Jacobs and Fred Raymer down the backstretch. That's the race.
3 wide racing through turns 3 and 4. Jason Sides works off the high side now. Here comes fast Freddie Raymer down the front chute, dicing and slicing into turn 1.
Sides continues to hold on to the 9th spot. Jeff Shepard on the high side of Jacobs to take over the 11th position. Shepard continues his charge from the back row. Meanwhile, Craig Delansky closing in on Lance Deweese in 1 and 2, but Deweese gets a nice run out of the bottom of the corner to keep Delansky back in the 4th spot.
Well, your race is still up front. Meanwhile, Steve Kinzer now starting to reel in Joey Saldana down in turns 1 and 2. Joey Saldana leads off the turn, but here comes the king of the outlaws down the back chute.
3-car battle now shaping up between Paul McMahon, Ed Lynch Jr., and Darren Pittman as they race for the 6th, 7th, and 8th spots.
0.4 of a second. Steve Kinzer now pulls up alongside of Joey Saldana. Saldana pulls away, though, down the back straightaway.
Kinzer tried the slide job just a little bit too early, lost a lot of momentum on the low side in 1 and 2, allowing Saldana to pull away. Saldana continues to work the low line in 3 and 4 as the great racing continues between Lynch, Pittman, and Paul McMahon. Pittman with a slide job in turn number 4, moves by the United Express Lines U2. Darren Pittman now up into the 7th spot.
Ed Lynch Jr. still running 6th, now falls back 1 to Pittman, who puts the move on him in turn 2. Now Paul McMahon gets a run on Ed Lynch down into turn 3. Lynch goes high, Pittman works low.
Pittman out of turn number 4 now to the inside of the speedway, trying to put Josh Higday a lap down as Lynch and McMahon continue their battle side by side and wheel to wheel into turn number 2.
Your leaders now coming up on traffic down in turn number 1. Joey Saldana and Steve Kinzer. Lance Deweese still up on the high side of the racetrack. Traffic ahead in turn 3.
Racing for 4th now heating up as Tim Schaefer is right on the back bumper of Craig Delansky's VMAC Industries car number 7. They roll into 3 and 4 with Delansky up on the cushion. Schaefer down on the low side of the speedway. Just 2 laps to go in this one. Kinzer down low out of turn number 2. A nice run. Steve Kinzer takes the lead from Joey Saldana on the backstretch in heavy traffic.
This time by, Steve Kinzer works around the bottom side of lap traffic, takes a look off turn 4. White flags waving, 1 to go. If Joey Saldana wants it, he's going to have to come and get it as the checkered flag will wave next time by.
Kinzer off the cushion in turn number 2, leads Saldana by 10 car lengths down the backstretch. Steve right in the middle of the speedway trying to put a car lap down. Saldana down to the bottom, will not catch up with the king of the outlaws. Steve Kinzer wins night number 1 of the Mopar Parts Knoxville Nationals.
Joey Saldana comes home 2nd, Lance Deweese is 3rd, Tim Schaefer 4th, and Craig Delansky rounds out your top 5.
He's been here time and time again, and it just keeps getting better and better. Just when you thought he didn't have it in the bag, he came back in the last 2 laps. Give it up for Steve Kinzer. Steve, I'll tell you what, early on, I don't know what your vantage point was, but mine was you were going in harder than 3 and 4, but he was coming off 4 a lot better than you were. Looked like it was tough to catch him until lap traffic.
Well, I started running a little bit harder after he passed me. I didn't know it was that good down there coming off 4, but I couldn't go in there and keep any speed right off the bottom. Then I got to run in the middle a little bit and coming off here. And I got to crowd a little bit through 3 and 4. I knew I was a little faster, but I couldn't stay with him coming off 2, but we caught him a little lap traffic. It hurt him just a little bit and allowed us to get back by him.
This qualification seems to be, and I know you've said this time and time again, it's probably the hardest racing you'll see all year long with the Knoxville Nationals. Tonight, certainly no different.
Well, you know, with the point thing, you go out and qualify like we do, it just messes you up for the rest of the weekend, really. But we made a good recovery, come back, won the heat, and won the feature. That's the best we could do after messing up that bad qualifying.
What changes did you make since qualifications?
We didn't really make any. Just I went down there, missed the bottom, plowed the front end on both corners, and just missed it by 10th.
All right, we're gonna get out of the way, let the photographers do their job as we get back, ladies and gentlemen. One more time, give it up for your feature winner on the first qualification night of the 42nd annual Mopar Knoxville Nationals. It's Steve Kinzer. We're back here right now, second place this evening, ladies and gentlemen. He had quick time earlier on, jumped out and lead.